Good morning, everyone. Oh. Okay, one more person. Today, today's lecture. So we're gonna continue to see the principles of design. We learned in the last week, unity and variety, balance, scale and proportion. So today we're gonna continue to see the rest of the principles of design, emphasis and subordination, and pattern and rhythm. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. All right. So let's see the rest of the principles of design. So emphasis and subordination are complementary concepts. When you emphasize something, we draw attention to it. So this is a valuable part of communication that allows us to set some things apart. In art, emphasis is the principle by which an artist draws attention to content. So, for example, sometimes an artist is interested in emphasizing in entire work in its wholeness, like this work of art. So the whole gentle waves are an emphasis in this work of art. An emphasis can also be used to draw attention to a large portion of the work. So sometimes an artist wants the emphasis to encompass a significant area, but not quite the entire surface like this work of art. So this large white shape with the pointy wood lines is emphasis in this work of art. So pretty much a large portion of emphasis we can find in this work of art. So now let's see the focal point. So can you guess what the focal point is? What is the focal point? It's very related to the emphasis.
Isn't it like the main image or the main starting point of the artwork?
Perfect. That was a perfect answer. Yes. So focal point is a specific spot to which one's attention is directed. An entire work, a broad area within a work of art, multiple areas, and even specific points can be emphasized as focal point. So an artist can emphasize focal points using line, implied line, value, color, like any of the elements of art. So this is a painting, The Fall of Icarus by Marc Chagall. So Chagall was a Russian French artist during the World Wars. So let me ask you something. Which part is focal point in this work of art? It's pretty much easy.
The angel.
Yes, the falling
Where
boy.
the thing is falling.
Yeah, yeah. This is the focal point. Yes, very good. So in this painting, Chagall draws attention and illustrate and a critical moment from Greek mythology. Chagall's version, Icarus, is the focal point, distinctly set apart from the light sky, not only by his position at the top and the center of the work, but also by use of bold red, yellow, blue, the primary colors to depict the falling figure. Very good. And the subordination. So the opposite of emphasis is subordination, which means it is a less visually interesting area in a work of art. So artists choose carefully which areas to emphasize or subordination in order to heighten the impact of their artworks. So now let's find the emphasis, focal point, and subordination in some examples. So here's the first example. So which part is emphasis and the subordination in this painting?
The area where the sky and the sea meets.
So is that an emphasis or subordination?
I would say subordination.
Yes, perfect. So this area, the sea and the sky, the whole thing is subordination. Then the front part, the road with the guy, can be the emphasis, right? So in this emphasis, which one is focal point?
The guy.
Yes, the guy is the focal point. Very good. So the guy is focal point, and the other parts in the sea and the sky can be subordination. How about this painting? So where is emphasis in this painting?
I guess those two.
These two figures, yeah, the old man and a little boy. Yes, so these two figures can be emphasis. Now how about subordination?
The space around them.
Very good. And in this emphasis between these two figures, which person is the focal point?
The little boy.
Yes, yes, the little boy is the focal point. Very good. And the next example. So this is the easiest one. So which part is emphasis in this painting?
The school. Maybe.
Huh?
Oh no, the woman.
Mm-hmm. Can you say again?
The woman or the school.
The woman with the light. This light area, the whole light area can be emphasis. Then how about the focal point in this emphasis?
School.
The top of the lady.
I'm attracted to the light for some reason.
Yeah,
The candle.
the candle and
Why? The
yeah.
woman's face.
Yes, the woman's face. Yes, so these two are the focal points in this painting. How about the subordination?
The floor.
Yeah, the
The-
floor. Yeah, a leg, and then everything in the dark can be subordination. Yes, very good. This is Francisco de Goya's painting. Goya was a Spanish romantic painter and printmaker. He is considered the most important Spanish artist of the late 18th and the early 19th centuries. So this is a historically great painting So I uploaded a video about this painting in detail in the Moodle room. So please watch the video after the class. So now let's find the emphasis, focal point, and subordination in this painting.
Focal point. Focal point would be the man in the white shirt and the yellow pants.
Very good. So he is the focal point. And which area is emphasis?
The light,
The lighting. Yes, the lighting spot can be the emphasis. How about the subordination?
the people around him, the building.
Yes, yes, everything except for the lighting spot. Very good. So now let's talk about pattern. Pattern and rhythm, but we're gonna see the pattern first. So we saw the pattern when you learned the 7 visual elements last week. As you know, pattern is any decorative, repetitive motif or design in abstract ideas. So let's see in detail. So an artist use repetition of a pattern to impose order on a work, but simple repetition can become more complex and make a work even more interesting when the pattern changes. So sometimes artists use alternating patterns to make a work more lively. So a design repeats as a unit in a pattern is called motif. So motifs can represent ideas, images, and theme that can be brought together through the use of pattern. An artist can create a strong, unified design by repeating a motif. So for example, so there is a unit design with the triangle shaped in the square. So which is a motif. When it repeats, it makes a pattern like this. So this is a Chuck Close painting, and he uses motif to unify his painting in his portrait. So this is a part of his portrait to see the patterns close. So Chuck Close uses a repeated pattern of organic concentric images like this, the rings images, set into a diamond shape as a basic building blocks for his large composition. So these motifs, which appear as abstract pattern, when viewed closely, like this, visually solidify into realistic portraits of the model. Now let's see rhythm in art. So rhythm is based on repetition and is a basic part of our world. So there are 4 kinds of rhythm in art. First one is visual rhythm. The second one is simple repetitive rhythm. And the third one is progressive rhythm. And the last one is alternating rhythm. So let's see one by one. So the visual rhythm depends on the repetition of accented elements, usually shapes. So literally show a rhythm in visually a visual way like this sculpture, the wave. And simple repetitive rhythm is repetition by using visual elements like the shape, color, size, value, line, or texture over and over again, like this example. So this architecture uses like the same colors and same patterns and same shapes um, to show the simple repetitive rhythm and the progressive rhythm. So repetition that regularly increases or decreases in frequency creates a progressive rhythm as the eye moves faster or slower across the surface of the work. So in other words, progressive rhythm is the repetition by physical moves. So for example, like capturing slow motion of the by the photograph, like this. And the alternating rhythm. So artists can intervene multiple rhythms until they become quite complex, like this house pattern, here. So the addition and alternation of rhythms can add unpredictability and visual excitement. So the idea of rhythmic sculpture helps us understand how artists divide the visual space into different kinds of sections to achieve different kinds of effects. In this painting, uh, the artist insistently reminds us of the slow physical rhythms created by the brute strength of these the beast, the cows, um, and the irregularity of the plowman's steps as all of them, man and cattle, work together to turn the weighty soil. So it shows, you know, this, rhythm in this work of art. All right, so now we're done with the principles of design, and we have the second sketchbook project today. So let's see what this second project is. Okay. All right, so today we are going to make an asymmetrical drawing for the second sketchbook project. So like the first sketchbook project, you're gonna just post the beginning steps of your artwork by tonight, and by tomorrow you're gonna reply to your peers' artwork. So let's remind the unity and variety we learned last week. So unity is the sense of oneness, and the variety is the differences in art. So all artworks includes unity and variety together. So we learned the three unity types. First one is compositional unity, and the next one is conceptual unity, and the last one is gestalt unity. And we learned balance last week, right? So The balance refers to heaviness or lightness of forms arranged in composition. So we saw two types of balance: symmetrical balance, uh, which is the mirror image of shapes or forms on either side of an imaginary axial dividing line. And the next one is asymmetrical balance. So asymmetrical balance is two sides that do not correspond to one another's size, shape, and placement. So we saw six types of asymmetrical balance. So let's just quickly review them. So the first one is the large form um, is visually heavier than the um, smaller form. Is number two. Dark value form is visually heavier than the light form of the same size. And number three, textured form is visually heavier than a smooth form of the same size. And number four, the complex form is visually heavier than the simple form of the same size. And number five, two or more small forms can balance a larger one. And the last one, a small dark form can balance a large light one. So we're gonna make a drawing with the balance and the unity and variety features. So for this project, you will need a sketchbook, pencil, eraser, and any color medium you have. So here is the steps in detail to create your second sketchbook project. Number one, choose one simple object or theme to draw the asymmetrical balance drawing. And step two, choose one of the asymmetrical balance types. Now we just saw these six asymmetrical balance types, right? And choose one of them and apply it in your drawing with the objects you choose. And step three, make a composition based on asymmetrical balance type you choose. And number four, consider of unity and variety in the composition and apply it. To unite, to make a unity, you can repeat, the object, or you can unite the colors or shapes. For the variety, you can change the size or scale or proportion, or you can just apply different colors or different patterns. So you should show the unity and variety together in your drawing. And number five, draw your ideas and color it. So let me show you a sample I made. So I chose a simple object like circle and sphere. And then I'm going to use the fifth asymmetrical balance type. More small forms can be balanced with a larger one. And I made a ball like this, a big ball. And then I added small forms because I'm, applying this fifth asymmetrical balance type. So here's a two small forms and one larger one. And as you can see, I'm using same, sphere shapes to make a unify. But, if I, copied this shape for the small forms, then it will be, very boring. So I just change the color to make differences and create different patterns on the balls to show the variety in this work of art. And it seems like too simple. So with the circle shape, I created the background to show the dynamism like this. So, like this, I use the gesture to unity, repeat by repetition of the circle and sphere shapes. And I shows the different patterns on the shapes and the diverse colors applied. And I created a space in this drawing to show the variety. So like this, you can just make like this simple design, or I'm gonna show you more example. Oh, before I show you more examples, um, we should see this first. So when you post your work process today, I need you to write the description of your work, and please write which asymmetrical balance type you applied in your work of art, and please write how to show unity and variety in your artwork. So let's see more examples. So please do not just copy and paste the samples. I need you to create your own artwork with your creativity and just to get some inspiration from these samples. So so most of the landscape drawings or paintings are using asymmetrical balance types. So for this drawing it uses the fifth asymmetrical balance type, one large form and a small forms on the left side. And this painting, this landscape painting is using the first asymmetrical balance type, one larger form and then one smaller form. And the artist used the warm color like red and yellowish colors to unite the work of art, and to show the variety, the artist used the bluish color in the middle of the painting. And this is Vincent van Gogh's, Starry Night, the oil painting. He also using the asymmetrical balance types, which is the number 6 asymmetrical balance type. So on the left side, there is a small dark form, and on the right side, there is a light large form. And by using the bluish color overall the painting, he creates the unity. And by using this yellowish colors in some parts of the sky and the town on the bottom, he creates the variety. And this is Michelangelo's, the Renaissance masters fresco painting in Sistine Chapel. So he's using the number 1 asymmetrical balance type. On the right side, there is a large form. On the left side, there is a smaller form. And this is Sejan's still life painting. On the left side, there is a small dark form. On the right side, there is a light, large form. So it can be sixth asymmetrical balance type. And this is a simple design work to show the number 6 asymmetrical balance type. So there is a small, this colorful piece of cake can be the dark small form. On the left side, there is a saturated color, the light brown colors, light large form. And the artist used the saturated colors to show the unity in this work of art. And the artist created this colorful piece of cake to show the variety. And this is Ying cute drawing. So as you can see, there is a light form and the dark form. And by changing the the little cute the people's pose, we can see the variety in this work of art. And this is the last example. So this design looks very simple, but it shows the the second asymmetrical balance type, the dark form and light form. So that's it. Any question about this project? No?
Yeah, I just want to say something.
Okay, so,
Professor.
oh yes.
Mm, well, it says the question, it says brainstorm or do like a little sketch. So I posted a plan for it instead of sketching it. Is
Yes.
that okay?
Yeah, so you can just post a sketch or idea sketch. Even you can just write the the descriptions, like your plans.
Mm,
Yeah, and then you're gonna finish the this project by the end of the course, before the the final sketchbook submission due date. So you can you don't need to feel the pressure to finish it. By today you can just post the plan or a sketch or beginning stage of the artwork.
So like the name, you could do the same thing, like how a lot of us like wrote the process, like you said, we could do the same thing about like with our name, just write the
Yeah,
process.
that's right. That's right. It's the same process, just same with the the first sketchbook project, the name design. So you can just post the idea sketch, plans, or beginning stage. So everyone, I need you to go to week 4 to post your work process. So here, sketchbook 4.1. So please remember, you should write these 3 when you post your work of art, or the plans or idea sketch. So please write what you are going to draw or what you drew. And please write which asymmetrical balance type you use or you're going to use for the asymmetrical balance drawing. And last one, please write how to show the unity and the variety in your artwork. So here is a video to show the asymmetrical balance drawing. So please watch it for the reference. And